Taurus, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Taurus, in today's reading, I'm going to give you a couple of the oracle cards, going to do reading and then clarify it. So let's get started on your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Taurus, for their highest good, Spirit, for their highest good. Oh, all right. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so you start off with the card of miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So definitely, I feel like with this card that you need to believe that things are going to fall into place for you. Believe that there are miracles coming towards you. But just believe, you guys. Believe, believe, believe. And also, narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. So, you know, you may not be seeing clearly right now. They're asking you to really be careful on how you're doing things. Really take the time to look at everything, especially with this retrograde that we're in. Really be careful on how you're doing things, okay? Take it easy. Don't rush through things. Don't rush through getting into things also, okay? Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. All right, Taurus. See what's going on. One for the current. Yeah, for the current. Wow, yeah, the Hermit card. So definitely take the time to go within. I feel like you are very knowledgeable. You've been through everything, the experience, but you're still needing to go within. Okay, really clear your mind. Really take the time to meditate. One for the situation. Wow, yeah, the Justice card. Needing to speak your truth, really seeing the truth in things. I feel like you could be dealing with the legal issue also. We'll see more. One for the pastor now, the Knight of Swords. Definitely moving forward, but charging. I feel like there's still some kind of anger here, though. I feel like you're having a lot of anger and you're just like doing things out of frustration. Like, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to go over here, you know, and not really seeing as clearly as you should. Okay, so really look at that. One for the what's hidden. You have the Two of Swords. You know, maybe you're not seeing something. Really needing to go within to make decisions. Wow. Take that blindfold off, you guys, to really see what's going on. You're not really seeing something here. One for the hopes and the fears. The Queen of Cups is here. Really listen to yourself. Really nurture yourself and trust your intuition on things. It's like you're letting your emotions get in the best of you here. One for what you need to do now. The Emperor. Wow. Really step back into your power, okay? Really know that you're able to handle anything that comes your way. One for the what you need to work on. Move forward. There's something here that you're needing to move forward. That you know you need to. It's like you're waiting on something, or you're making plans, or you're trying to make plans, or you're just like waiting on something here. And then the outcome. What is the outcome? Wow, nice. The Ace of Wands. This is nice. Out with the old, in with the new kind of thing. So it's beautiful. I love that. That's nice. You really need that. All right. So at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Eight of Wands. Really embrace that truth that's here. Okay. Really see the truth in everything, you guys. There's change coming through. Unexpected messages. There could have been some kind of deceit going on around you, or you could have been doing it. Could have been some kind of betrayal or something that has happened, you know, been cheated, you know, lied to, misled, something like that is here. So be careful on who you're dealing with, okay? Be careful on that. And I feel like there's still a lot of anger going on and you're in your mind about everything that's been happening. A lot of anger here. A lot of anger. Still a lot of frustration. So, wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's see what's going on. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Taurus, 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 Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here for Taurus? Okay, so there is a decision that you're contemplating here. I do feel like you're needing to go within because there's going to be a lot of change coming through for you. But I feel like you're also very wise, very knowledgeable on what's going on. Okay, but really try to take your time with things. Really go within so you can search for the answers that you're looking for because you're going to go through a lot of change that's coming in. Things have been changing for you. There's been offers coming in, opportunities coming, showing up. There's even decisions that you're needing to make with somebody very close to you. Also, here, there is definitely a lot of change coming through. Um, wow. Okay, so I do feel like there has been a lot of change. So be careful on who you're trusting. Okay, really see the truth in everything. The justice is here. Why is the justice card here for Taurus? Wow. So, with the justice card here, I do feel like you're needing to speak your truth or see the truth in things. Like whatever it is, whatever has happened, there's been disappointment here for you. Because you have the Five of Pentacles here. I feel like, you could be feeling like some kind of shame or shameful about what has happened or just even just disappointment. Feel like you're feeling like alone or just like really, I mean, I don't know why they're saying embarrassed, like you're like embarrassed about what it is that has happened. And I feel like that this is temporary, that things are going to get better for you, but they're also asking you that, they're also saying that you know how to handle all this because you are the emperor. The emperor is always ready for things. You're always ready to know what he needs to do, and that's something that you know how to do, Taurus. Because you don't last in this very long. You may have the Five of Pentacles, but you're gonna overcome that. Believe that things are going to change for the better. Like the emperor, take your power back. Don't let other people or things, try to get you down or bring you down, because you are the emperor. You know what you're doing. You didn't get here just by somebody saying, hey, well, go through that door. You didn't. You worked hard for you where you're at. That no matter what happens, you need to believe in yourself. um, Take your power back, and that's what they're saying. You're ready for anything that comes your way. You're ready for the things that have changed. You know how to handle all this. You do have the Knight of Swords here for the Knight of Swords for the pastor now, and I do believe it's now. I feel like you're still angry, very frustrated, carrying that anger with you. And I feel like you need to slow down because you are running and charging like, like get out of my way, because I'm mad, 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 and I feel like you need to really slow things down. Okay? Be careful on how you're doing things. Don't just charge at things, because you're mad. Really see things for what they are. You have the Two of Swords up here for what's hidden, and why is the Two of Swords here? So, things have definitely changed for you. You do have the Two of Swords here. Really take that blindfold off and really see things for what they are, okay? Because you need to. There are things that maybe you didn't see. Maybe you feel bad because, or regret or disappointed because there were things that you didn't really realize, and that's what they're saying, like it's time to take that blindfold off now to see what's really there. Because you still have this disappointment card here, and this card is saying, you're just like looking at the what went wrong and not what you have. There are good things in front of you. There are good things that are in your life, but yet you're still disappointed about everything. And if you would just look at this, these two cards, there's opportunity there. Take off that blindfold and really see things that you need to see. Okay, because behind you there's a whole world behind there. A castle, there's growth, there's a lot of good things there, but you're so overwhelmed that you're just like looking at these cups that have fallen down, the disappointment. And the Wheel of Fortune is here, and definitely the Wheel of Fortune is talking about that, things have changed, things have closed, and Things have ended, but you're still going to move on. The wheel is definitely still turning forward for you. So you got to believe that. There is definitely change. Your luck is going to change for the better. And there's also karma here that, what comes around does go around. So just believe that. You have the Queen of Cups here. And why is the Queen of Cups here? One more card. So really, don't try not to let your emotions get in the way of you doing things. You're very strong-willed. You know how to do things. Be bold, be strong, speak your truth about what it is that you're trying to speak about or wanting to speak about. But also nurture yourself because you have the Queen of Cups here. She listens to herself, and that's something you need to do is listen to how you're feeling, listen to what you're doing, look at what you're doing, trust your intuition on things. Don't let your emotions get in the way of you doing things. Right now, you may be feeling very hurt, very sad, but you're going to rise above it. You are the King of Swords. He's strong, he's bold, he knows what he's doing. And so do you, okay? Um, Speak your truth. Stand your ground, stand strong because that's what they're saying. I also feel like, you're going to rise above all this. Just listen to your emotions, but don't let them get in the way of you moving forward. Yeah, the Emperor here. And why is the Emperor here for Taurus? So you have the Emperor here, like I said, take your power back, step back into that power, okay? You're ready for anything and you know how to handle things, so just know that. Um, you make good decisions. You know how to make all these decisions, Taurus, so just know that. Keep things balanced, your mental, your physical, you are definitely on the right path, and also have patience for everything. You want things very quickly, but they're asking you to just have a lot of patience for the things that are going on around you. And that's something you need to do right now. And right now you need to keep things balanced, like the way you're thinking, the way you're doing things. Really keep balance of all that. And also too, with the 10 of Wands here, set boundaries. It's time to start setting boundaries. You take on so many problems of everyone else. You take on your kids, your parents, your wife, your coworkers, and it's time for you to just let that go and start setting boundaries and start saying, no, no, I can't. No, I need to take care of myself. And that's something you need to do right now. Wow. Yeah, the 3 of Wands here, Taurus. And why is the 3 of Wands and what you need to work on? One more card. Nice. So with the 3 of Wands, definitely making plans. You could also be waiting on something to come in, but I feel like you're needing to make some kind of plan so that you can move forward. And you will. It's taking time, but you will. Try to leave these old patterns behind, these temptations or these habits or these patterns that you're doing, these old patterns. Let them go and move forward. Um, Try not to rush into anything or everything, okay? You want that strong foundation, that stability, the income, the material success. You want it all, but you need to know that you need to take things take time, and you're needing to take time with things also. Like not rush into things, not expect things like right off the bat. Really take your time with everything that's going on because especially your finances. I feel like there is a message here for somebody that, you know, be careful on how you're using your finances. Be careful on how you're doing things. You could be tempted to buy things that are just like way out of your league. So you got to be careful with your finances. Really take your time with how you're spending those finances, okay? Be careful on how you're doing that. Then you have the Ace of Wands here, and the Ace of Wands is for the outcome. Thank you. One more card. Wow. So you're definitely going towards a new path here. So that's very nice. Out with the old, in with the new. So it's beautiful. You're going to have a lot of ideas and you're going to be very inspired. Just there's a lot of growth here. You're going to know how to do things. And definitely going on a new direction because you also have the 8 of Cups. Like the old is leaving. So the new things are coming in. New things, new ideas. You're going to have all that. You're going to leave things behind, so expect it. You're moving in a new direction, so just know that. Um, Remember, you're moving in a new direction also, and there is some kind of abundance trying to come in for you. So just know that. I feel like you're multitasking everything, and you know how to bring in that money. And I feel like you're gonna have more ideas to bring in those money. And I feel like you could also be leaving some kind of career for some of you guys. Could be leaving a position or going to a higher position for higher pay, but definitely leaving something behind to create something more for yourself. Really nurture yourself, okay? Really nurture yourself, because right now you're going in a new direction and it's time to take it easy, because you're not really seeing things as clearly as you should, but they're asking you to take care of yourself more, okay? But you're gonna have the abundance that you're needing. You're gonna go in a new direction, and this is a new path for you, so it's beautiful. I love it. All right, so Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.